Hi there, and welcome to Jan's Views on Crime. A place where we look at crime and I give my views on it. Hi, and welcome back to Jan's Views on Crime, Southport trial. Right, now, my last video, I want to thank those of you that left me comments underneath the video. But there's something that I wanted to sort of just speak on before the trial actually begins tomorrow. And that is, it's a question. Why does it have to be political? The reason I ask that is because I'm not a political person. I like to speak on cases, whether they're British, whether they're American, wherever. But I do feel that when it's a British case, it always seems to be that people start accusing other people on a political stance. And I don't want that. I want to look at this case and see it for what it actually is. Now, was it a terrorist attack? Let's look at the definition of the word terrorist. So the first thing that comes up under terrorism, it's a noun. It's the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political aims. So, does that mean it has to be seen as a political thing? That's interesting. So, this one here, what is a simple definition of terrorism? Although the term is not subject to a universally agreed definition, terrorism can be broadly understood as a method of coercion that utilizes or threatens to utilize violence in order to spread fear and thereby attain political or ideological goals. Okay, so in that case, it has got something to do with politics? Okay, I'm learning, guys. I'm learning as we go along. What is the legal definition of terrorism in the UK? In the UK, the legal definition of terrorism is provided in Section 1 of the Terrorism Act 2000. This defines terrorism as the use or threat of action which involves serious violence against a person, involves serious damage to property or endangers a person's life. So there's nothing about politics in that bit, is there? Nothing about it there. And now we're just going to have a look at this. What are the 5 components of terrorism? Okay, there are 5 crucial components of terrorism: an involvement of an act of violence, an audience, the creation of a mood of fear, innocent victims, and political goals or motives. Okay, so in that case, me starting this video and saying, I don't want to talk about politics, I don't know anything about politics. Okay, that's kind of made me think. So perhaps people that talk about what happened in Southport do automatically see it as a political statement. I think that's what I'm getting from Google. What are your thoughts? Tell me what your thoughts are on the definition of terrorism. One of the reasons I don't see myself aligning with any political party is because I've always been a lone wolf. I've always done my own thing. And in my opinion, or it just goes against the grain for me to then align with a political party. I just can't do it. I have voted in the past, and I've also realised that all these politicians are all exactly the same. They feed out garbage to certain sectors in society that want to hear about that can get anything from it, that or are able to get anything from it that makes them feel better, that makes them feel that life is going to get better for them, when in the in the end nobody is better off, because the only people that gain are the politicians. And that's why I realised that many moons ago, and that's why I don't vote. So I found this channel that was talking about the case, was talking about the Southport case. I don't know where he leans. I don't care where he leans. This is the guy. The name of the channel is Rebel Fax Media, and I just was interested. I was trying to work out, because some people did put in my comment section about Keir Starmer and what he's done to the country, and how he's allowed this to happen and how he's allowed that to happen. I've also seen that the other guy, Farage, is sort of opposing him, and he's saying this, he's saying that. I don't want to get into that. I really don't. I just want the facts. I want to know why this boy did what he did. Plain and simple. I don't want to know the politics of it. So let's just listen a little bit to what this guy has to say. And I also want you to realize that I don't agree with everything he says. And because I'm a free thinker, but I haven't watched all of it. I just want to hear what he's got to say.
And is now a massive Islamist and was found with ISIS books, how to make bomb materials and stuff like that. And basically is a complete huge Muslim, right? Very religious Muslim now.
Right. So what this guy is saying is not fact. We don't know that for sure. And this is why, I don't know, it just annoys me. What he's saying is that Starmer, our new prime minister, is the person who allowed this African man to come into our country and radicalized his son. I don't know. We don't know. And I think it's very damaging to run with stories like that unless the facts are there to be seen. And I'm sure I'm going to get people in the comment section saying, oh, yeah, well, it's obvious because of this, that, and the other. To me, it's not obvious, guys.
This is all covered up because who brought that family in? Who brought a murderer in, right? And gave him refugee status and stuck him on benefits and made the taxpayer pay for him and his child? It was Keir Starmer.
Okay, do I agree with that? Listen, I'm staying impartial, okay, but I just want to see what else he's saying.
That is the reason why it was hushed up so quickly, and anyone speaking out was jailed. And why we even have a parliamentarian unable to use. He was silenced by the speaker, who's also Labour, who's also Keir Starmer's best mate, not allowed to say any questions under parliamentary privilege, because this guy's got to go. This prime minister basically facilitated the murder of children and a terrorist attack.
They're very, very strong words, and they're words that I cannot go along with, guys. I just can't. I don't think putting the blame onto a politician is the right thing to do. The only person that can be accused of those atrocities is the person who did it. That's why I don't want a political argument on this. I just don't. It's down to the guy that did it. You can't turn around and say, oh, yeah, well, because you let all these people in, that means you've got blood on your hands. I don't agree with that, guys. And I'm sorry if you don't agree with it as well. maybe it's just that I don't have a political brain. I'm a humanitarian. I care about anyone. I don't care where they come from, what religion they are, what color they are, what anything, what sexuality they are. I do not care. They're human beings. And I just think it's wrong for people like this man to make such a statement. I just do. I now want to read some comments, okay, like this one here. But it was okay when in Leeds they did exactly the same and the police did nothing. They burnt police cars and nothing. I'm not sure whether this person's talking about the anti-Islamics or I don't know. It's not very clear. Somebody else put at the protest in London, there were people of all colours out in protest against migrants. A number of black people were arrested. It's not about race, it's about religion. But they're just surmising, they're just guessing that Axel is not Christian. I mean, it's insane to me, guys. Yeah, so this was obviously before we discovered that he was in fact Christian. We were told he's Christian. The guy that I've just played has said that he was Muslim. So, okay. Did I happen to find a video of an extreme leftist? I don't know. I really don't know. The first person under there said, Darren, you have 100% never had a job. But somebody else underneath there has put 100% agree, Darren. It's about the ideology of Islam, what they believe and think. And if more people would just take the time to research Islam, we would have more awake. I don't know. This guy, yeah, that's the same person who wrote about the Leeds thing. They need to, like, sort your head out, man. Oh, and then someone here. This is Britain. You want Islamic ideology, then go practice in the East. It's sickening, guys. Somebody underneath there has put, is it about migration? Is it about religion? Is it about all religion? Which is it? Do you know or care? To me, you see, when your objectives are so vague, it means it's probably about something else that you don't want to be seen to be saying, thought about. And the tragedy highlights knife crime and how it has risen. This person is, yeah, he's right on. Yeah, I'm going to finish on that, guys. And I just want you to realize or just bear in mind that I don't want a political debate. Write down what you believe. That's perfectly fine. But I'm not a political person. I'm here. I want to discuss this case because I want to see justice for those little girls. I do. That's the only reason I'm going to be covering this case. I hope that that's also what you want. I hope you're all well. I hope you all had a nice weekend and are looking forward to the week ahead. I'm not actually looking forward to the week ahead too much because my car has got to go into the garage and God knows how much they're going to charge me. I don't know. Don't know what it is. Some light came up on the dashboard and I'm like, oh my God, what the hell's that? So yeah, that's going in Tuesday. Fingers crossed it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg. And I can get into doing some more videos for you. So until then, you take care of yourselves out there because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye bye for now.